All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we've got our medium-sized saucepan. We're going to actually put it onto low to start with. We're going to add in approximately a 1/4 cup of butter. We want to actually kick it up a little bit. We're going to cook it at about a medium temperature. We have our 1 cup of sugar. We're just going to throw that in right on top of our butter. We need 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. If I can get it in there. All right. We've got to add ginger. I know I set all this out here to where I wouldn't lose it, but lo and behold, it never fails, right? All right, we've got a tablespoon of ginger. I'm going to use the same tablespoon. We've got a tablespoon of cinnamon. I've got our pinch of salt, just a little pinch that I picked up and dropped in here. Then we also need apple cider vinegar. We'll use a tablespoon of it. And then we got 1 cup of chopped pecans. Or chuck pecans, whichever way you want to say it. All right. Well, this all we really want to do is we're going to melt down our sugar. We want our butter to melt. We want everything to kind of blend together. You can kind of see it back there, the chunks of butter in there. It takes it just a minute to start working. You, however, do not want to bring it to a boil. Okay, so you're just slowly melting it down. Once we get it melted down, we're actually going to put it in a container. We're going to refrigerate it from that point. Let it set up after normally about 45 minutes, you can go ahead and serve it. If you wanted to put this in the ball cans and do it a traditional jam way, you can do that. However, with the way we're doing it, it's good for about 5 days with how we're cooking it right now. It makes about 2 cups once it's all said and done. So you don't necessarily have to do a whole sealing process and everything on this unless you want to make it in a large batch and do it the traditional canning way. But you just want to keep stirring it there, letting it melt down and mix. I can kind of see it up there, it's getting a little thick there. Like I said, it slowly melts down. Now this is a pretty sugary jelly, okay? It's not really something you'd want to give to a diabetic, so it does have a lot of sugar in it. So be careful with who actually gets in with it. I'm sure you can use Splenda or something like that with it. But for this one tonight, we're using just straight white sugar and brown sugar. You see how it's melting down there? It's coming to a nice paste. Now as you refrigerate it, it will thicken up. So you want to make sure all your butter gets melted. You want to make sure all of your sugars blend together.
Is this something you would serve on toast or something more like a dessert or an appetizer jelly?
For me, it's more like a dessert. You can, however, serve it. I've got the thin bagel crisp to serve it with tonight, but it would be really good over apples or some type of cake, something like that would be really good. It's probably a little bit strong for just regular toast. All right, we've about got our butter melted down on that. As you can tell, this is a strenuous recipe. You know, it takes a lot out of you. All right, I'm gonna let it cook for just a second here. Now, if you were to put it in just a bowl or something like that at home, that would be fine. Just be sure to cover it as you refrigerate it. You don't want all the air to help dry it out. All right, so everybody can kind of see what we're looking for there. It's already a little thick. See that? But that's about the consistency that you're looking for. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. And I'm just going to put it in one of the containers here. It's a container we utilize a lot in our bakery delis, but that's what I'm going to use for it. You're just simply going to put it into a refrigerated bowl, container, something like that. Now, if you wanted to use the ball jars, this would be when you'd put it in there. All right. Any questions on making pecan jelly? Pecan jam? But right now, you might scald your tongue on it right now. But that's about how much it's going to do, about 2 cups. It's not an overabundance. But all you're going to do from this point is just refrigerate it.